What's up guys, Dragon here, and today I've got a game of Summit Domination. So this is my video for the March of Madness CoD competition, whatever you want to call it, little tournament thingy-majig that Woody's gamer tag, can't even say his name, I'm sorry, and Ukrainian Lim are hosting, so I was totally down for this. I was like, oh, I definitely gotta make a video. So right off the bat, you see I show the really common C spawn flag nade. If you notice, it blows up a little behind them, so to fix that problem, you can either one, cook the grenade about a half a second longer and it'll blow up right over top of C, or you can throw it more to the left and it'll bounce off the wood thing and it would have gotten me a triple kill instead. But it works out, and I managed to clean them off of C real quick in the beginning of the game and get us a small point lead, which can make the difference later in the game. But they managed to grab C and they sneak around and grab A, which is a good move on their part. So at this point, what I want to try to do at this point is I want to grab C or A, depending on which flag. So, I'd rather have C than A because C is the better spawn. It allows you to have upper ground. But at this point, I just want to grab a flag up at the beginning just to get points going on the map, and then later push up and try to grab C. So I see here we're losing B, so my main objective is to keep B, but we don't lose it actually, thankfully. But guys, I think are going to be hopping on it soon. So I head over here to A because it's where I spawned at, and I want to try to get A right away. But you see here, this guy's using a really good spot. If you notice, he climbed up on top of the, I don't even know what that thing is. It's like some kind of rack of some sort, and he's just chilling up there with his ghost. So it makes it completely impossible, pretty much, to find him. So that's a pretty good spot on his part. Now I do make a couple, well, quite a few mistakes in this game that I want to point out, and that's why I didn't choose the best gameplay, but more or less the, not the most impressive gameplay, but the gameplay that you guys can learn most from. So you see, I come back here to A. Now I know that this guy's probably going to be somewhere in the area, so I check the corner, hop back around. You see here, thanks to Hacker, I noticed he had C4, but I was assuming that was his. Now you see, I just made a cut real quick. There'll be another one coming up here in a second. It's just me trying to keep this video under 10 minutes for my own reasons. But you'll see another one coming up right here. Alright, and it's just, I chased down that guy and he died, so I came right here to see because we started losing it. So there are a lot of moments where you're going to see where I make important decisions like this, for example, and that instead of running right around the corner and going right after that guy, I took a moment to see if he was going to come this way. He didn't, so I ran in assuming he was going to take the long way around and catch him off in the back. And those conscious decisions are the most important moments in Call of Duty. Aim is important and positioning are important, but in the end, it's just making smart decisions to always try to come out top in the gunfight. So you see here, when I first come in this room, I probably could have checked my right a little bit better, but I do clean the guy off the B, and I got a lucky hip fire right here. So at this point, we do have C and B, which is a good combination. It's the better two flags to have, but now I'm worried because we're losing B, and there's a good grenade you can get through the window there, but I don't manage to get it. And here's another mistake that I make a lot that you're going to see up in the video as we go through. I throw my stuns, and it's good to use your equipment, that's why you have it, but I throw it too often sometimes, and because of that, I find myself in a position where I always seem to die when I have a stun grenade in my hand, and that's just me overusing them, and not. You should use them, but use them in tactical times, not just don't just spam them all the time like I do. It's just you'll find yourself dying more because of it than getting kills. But it does help to use it in smart situations. So you notice, a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll hop right through, they'll go right through that doorway and right up to the window. So you notice how I took my time, checked right, checked left, cleaned up a guy on each side. That's kind of how you want to it's what you have to do when you get into this position where you're spawn trapped on C, is that you have to check those stairs and then that left way, because that doorway is really easy for them to kind of hold you in there and prevent you from getting out of your spawn. So I do make a push up here to B, and you're gonna see me hop through this window a lot, and it does get me killed as well. So I'll point that out, in ways I could have done a little better. Because there's an area right below us right now, behind me, where a guy will chill a couple times, and I don't learn my lesson. You'll see here. I think he starts, right here. That's where I take my first death from him. And you've got to take moments like that and learn from them. So you're gonna see here, I don't do that. Instead, I jump down, but I think I do get lucky here. I do check this time, but had he been over to my further to my right, he would have easily killed me, and I would have taken another meaningless death. So I just use my UAV here, get a nice little pre-fire off around the corner. Nothing too difficult. So I don't want to switch spawns because we have the better spawn CB. So I just want to kind of kill them off of B here and make sure we kind of keep them in A area. So I guess I should point out real quick what my kill streaks are. Probably should have done that sooner, but that's alright. I run counter UAV, and napalm majority of the time. I run UAV obviously because it helps to kind of give me an idea of where they're spawning in case my teammates run into enemy spawn and try to triple cap or something, which does happen. Also, if it gives me a better awareness than if I didn't, because I try not to depend on my radar. I use it sparingly, but don't depend on it. So UAV works really nice. Then I use counter UAV because I don't run silencers a lot. I don't really like running ghost silence suppressor or suppressors in general because they're not that good in this game. So counter UAV is really well. There's a lot of times you'll see me shoot people in their backs and a group of them, like you did see a little bit earlier in this, because I had a counter UAV up and no one knew I was there. But here's another good example of me hopping through that window, not learning, and from past mistakes and getting shot right in my back. Now this grenade you see me throw here a lot, it's a really shitty version of a better grenade spot that it can work. You can see me not checking my corners really well, but I do get lucky. And that there's right in front of B, it's kind of to my left, there's a wall. You can kind of bounce the grenade off the wall right about here, that little thing to my right where I'm standing right now. You can kind of bounce it off of that and it'll roll onto B. And but what I try to do is, it's really not that good of a grenade, is I try to kind of cook it so when I throw it, it blows up right over top of B. It takes really good cooking timing, and I don't do it very well at all. As you'll see here, I throw this grenade multiple times. I don't think I ever get a single person. That grenade usually probably just rolls into the doorway in front of B, and so I wouldn't really suggest it. I don't know why I reloaded there. That's another mistake a lot of people I think make, is with sleight of hand, is you just a reload syndrome or whatever you want to call it, and you reload after every kill. And it's good to always have a good amount of ammo, because it does take a good amount of bullets in this game. Not so much with the FAMAS, but some other games, some other guns it does. So here I make a really smart, conscious decision. You notice how instead of taking the doorway to my at the time was my left, and going out to wide open where I have my back exposed to where I just killed a guy a minute ago, I decided to cut through the building instead. And this way I don't have to worry about getting shot in my back. Hopefully I can just kill the guy and see easily. And again, it's just making smart moves like that that will keep you alive. So at this point, again, we have C and B. I'm happy with this combination. Again, at this point, I'm just going to kind of go up and around and flank back to B because we're losing it. And now I'm getting worried because we're losing C. And if we lose C, if they start spawning on C, it allows them to push us out and grab B. And that's just something you don't want. So at this point, again, CB, just trying to hold it, using my radar. Not much going on. And well, I am a boring person right now, and I'm sorry. I was kind of hoping. Oh, you know what? C4. That's actually. I'm happy that happened. Thank God. I was like, what am I going to talk about? Shit. But no. Yeah. And here again, actually, here's another good example. Instead of taking the long way around the sea, I checked my whereabouts, and then I pushed over to here onto the upper little balcony, and the guy didn't expect me there at all, and so it worked out in my favor. And this is one thing nice about Black Ops. You see me you can get out of dodge and not get shot and die. It's not insta death like Modern Warfare 2, though it sometimes feels like it is. But then you can see me dying from again not checking everywhere when I'm passing through. And I'll tell you what, attack helicopters. Anybody that uses attack helicopter, I hate you. These things hate me. Horrible. But anyway, so C4. I want to talk a little bit about C4 actually before this game wraps up. C4 is really good equipment, and I think it's a little underused in this game. Probably in Call of Duty and all in general. And there's obvious usage of it, which is dropping it on flags so that when you start to lose it, you can blow up that flag. For example, if I have if we were holding like an A and C, like I think we are right now, aren't we? Yeah, A. No, are we? No, I can't even tell. Yeah, A and C. Sorry, my bad. It's so hard to see because the flags are like having sex with each other on the screen. Look at this fail. That's bad. But when we have holds like A and C like we did there a second ago, one thing I'll do is I'll throw C4 on one of the side flags, A or C. I'll throw it on one of these flags so that I can make a push to B, and I know they're going so when they try to grab one of the side flags, one of the spawn flags, I guess you could call them, I can hopefully C4 and keep it protected. And vice versa, when I leave B, if we only have B and they have A and C, I'll try to push towards one of the flags and I'll leave C4 on B. Because I can't be on all the flags all at once, and so C4 kind of allows me to be like another person. And you can see another good example here of me dying from just using my stun grenades in a bad position. You should always try to throw them while you're behind cover or in a position where you can't get shot easily. And you noticed a little earlier I was sprinting down over there where I ran up the beginning of the game. I was sprinting right in the open and I get shot easily because of it. And that's just not playing smart on my part. But so we're coming. We got about 60 seconds. Well, 60. Yeah, about 40 seconds left here. So, lastly, another quick thing about. So, like I was saying, C4 it can be used defensively. Another way you can use it is if you stun people around corners or if they're on flags and you're in a good position, you can kind of just chuck C4, double tap X, and blow it up like a grenade. And it's something I use quite a bit. So, if you haven't tried it, I definitely would suggest it. But I'm out of time, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully this does well. I don't know. I just kind of grabbed some gameplay because I couldn't get any today, and hopefully my commentary was enjoyable. But thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.